Hi, welcome. Let's go to a cafe together. A few weeks ago, my husband and I were watching TV. Here in Japan, there's a lot of TV programs about food and restaurants. And this TV program showed a cafe called Sweets Bank. After looking it up, it turns out that it was only a few hours away from us. So we decided to take a day trip and visit Sweets Bank. Now, thankfully my husband was very kind and he drove the whole way there so that I could take some of this video on the way there. I really enjoy taking videos and watching out the window when driving because Japan in the springtime has so many different shades of these vibrant greens, and it's something that I really love. Where I grew up, it was very dry. We had very little rain, so we didn't have very many trees or plants to look at. So for me, I still get excited by all of the beautiful nature I get to see on drives. Now, Sweets Bank mostly makes sweets, of course. They have a cafe area where you can sit down and you can eat food. There's things like pizza toast and some different specialties. But they also have a shop where you can just go to the shop and buy sweets directly, and you don't have to eat at the cafe. The appealing point of Sweets Bank is its design. So it's designed with enlarged items. So it takes everyday items like chairs, tables, teacups, and has them in a enlarged scale. So they're very, very big. I took some photos and I will show you what I mean. But it has a whimsical feeling to it. Whimsical means something that is a little odd or playful in a fun way. So I would describe this cafe's design as whimsical. Now, because this cafe has been on some TV programs, it's pretty popular. So I would advise you to go during an unusual hour to try and avoid lines and waiting. So this is what the outside of Sweets Bank looks like. It has a pretty big parking lot, which is nice. And as you're walking up, you can see that the outside of the buildings are supposed to look like big tables. There's a very big stool, and right in front, there's this large bag, some books, and I think what's supposed to look like maybe a box of chocolates. So if you like to take photos by yourself or with friends, Sweets Bank is a great place to do that because it has all of these really fun items that you can pose in front of. I myself feel a little awkward in front of cameras, so I don't take photos of myself very often. Now, the giant red pig might have been my favorite item here. I think it's supposed to be a piggy bank to fit with the theme of Sweets Bank, but I really liked its color and size. This is a pencil sharpener that you can use to cover your umbrella. If you want to eat in the cafe, you need to use this iPad to put yourself on the waiting list. But while you wait, you can look at the menu and decide what you want so you don't have to waste time after you're seated. You can also walk around and go look at their shop. They have this useful little sign that tells you at what time things are baked and put out to eat so you can have the freshest options. This is the shop. So if you don't want to eat it at the cafe, you can just go into this area and pick up something to go. Now, once we got seated, I chose to have some tea, as I don't like coffee. I chose the caramel strawberry sandwich. They used a brioche bread, which they're kind of famous for, and then the small pieces on top are the caramel, and it adds a nice crunch to the sandwich. I really enjoyed this and I would recommend it. But that's all of the video I got. To be honest, I got a little distracted by actually eating while I was there. But if you live near in Shizuoka, I'd recommend maybe going and trying out Sweets Bank. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.